Good morning. I'll be with you in a sec, chat. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, we are here. Alright. Let's start cooking. Let's start cooking, I guess. Here we are. Is the sound alright? Can you guys hear it enough? Just some background noise. I don't want it too loud. But yeah, I thought I'd do a little spicy one. I'm gonna do a little morning stream now. And if you're watching this on the re-upload that goes on the live area, I'm gonna be streaming again in the morning. Sounds crazy. Yep, Monday we're gonna be streaming. I'm gonna put a post out for everyone. Don't worry. But as you can see, look, this opens up. It's gonna be wartime. I'm gonna be streaming all of it. So we're gonna be at war. It's just gonna be a mad one, boys. So we've got a lot to come in the next 24 hours. Put it that way. So what I'm going to do today, or right now, is I'm going to quickly do some, obviously, morning stuff, as you guys know. But I am going to try, and as you're going to see, we're going to try and figure out the lore, right? We've got to figure out the beginning, almost like the middle, and then where we're at now. Right, so I'm going to write it all out. We're going to figure it out. I'll probably make a little document and then, yeah, we'll go through it together. But we're going to have to look for a load of stuff. You know, we're going to have to try and figure out what's going on. Because the thing is, I really do want to make a really good lore video for the game. I haven't really made one. And I think I could really do a good job if I find all the right info. And I'm going to need your guys' help. So it's going to be the hunt. I'm actually going to kill these Thunder Lizards. I'm actually trying to get Artifact XP. I'm not going to hunt it because I've only got a 1 star, which is fine. No one really hunts them anyway. But yeah, we're trying to get Artifacts XP at the moment. I'm trying to just get my Potion of Vigor up for the next area, so we've got really high building. So, little tip there. I've got a few videos I'm going to record as well today after the stream. This is only a nice early morning stream, nothing crazy. I just wanted to do it out of the blue as a surprise in the morning for anyone who's awake, having a good Sunday. Is it 22? Do you want to just go for it? I think oh, it's a 23. The only thing I'm actually doing bad here is I should have my Craig and my Order on to level them up, but it is what it is. We'll level them up later. We've got a couple of events. There's some fort events to do. So I'll do these fort events a little bit later. I just want to focus on what I know I can smash out quickly, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we've got lore to figure out, which is really good. I can go to season 1, season thingy. This is like the story. But what I want to do is not just go off this story. I want to go into the codex. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to read, like, these anecdotes and stuff. I want to, like, really get a good grasp of everything. And, like, artifacts. Like, these have got some history to them. So I really want to, like, maybe find stuff to do with it. Even the heroes have got history. You know, like, born in Storm Peak in the year 986. So, like, I need to go through all the heroes and actually find, like, the earliest year. Which is even more crazier. 920. 725. Oh, I don't know what Theodore's is. 1049. 11. So Frey has the oldest so far. $525 in this. Oh no. It starts with fear. We have to read, I actually think we need to read Fear's story to understand the whole story of the game. Because this here is such a big like a moment in history, right? She's watching the creation of the universe, basically, of Tamaris. But then she watches the fall of Dominus, the Sanctus Prime. So we need to, like, learn what this is. This is, like, going to be the biggest thing in the lore to talk about before we even get into Tamaris, which is going to be sick. So that's what I really want to do. How are you doing, Clash Mark? So today, like I say, if you guys know some really good hero, like, areas to look at, what I'm going to do is once I've just killed some guys here and got the artifact dust, I really want to, like I said, start writing up in a document all of these lore bits. Try and get a timeline. And then I really do want to make a video on it. Like, I legit want to make a lore video. Some people wanted it, and I know even Echo Gaming said I should try more story-related content because I'm really good at it. I just need to get better at editing. That's my, like, cliche right now. I just need to become a better editor, and I think if I can become a better editor, I can become a better content creator for everyone. Yeah, so that's my, like, journey right now. I'm alright. I'm gauging, as you can see. I've already recorded 2 videos this morning. I just wanted to do this nice morning stream, try and do some lore bits, like I said, while doing the little morning routine here. And then once we've done this, we're gonna actually, like I said, start the lore stuff. I think I'm happy leaving that amount of CP because it's gonna mean I can do some earlier rallies later. This one should hit it to 35, which is good. And I'll be happy with that because it means I'm prepared for Zone 4. Because Zone 4 opens up. So this is another thing, guys. I know you might have just joined in, but our Zone 4 opens up at 3:30 in the morning my time tomorrow. So I'm going to be streaming that as well. So it's in less than, like, 20 hours from now or something. I play in server 2. So I'm in server 2. Division 1001. So we had the first ever division in the game. So servers 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. It goes all up to 10. And then it's 22, 3, 4, 5, and 6. No, I don't have a fully awakened Lilia. I have a really good started Lilia though. For damage. Maybe one day, you know, one day if the stream and if this channel pops off more, we can get it, you know, and we'll max out Lilia. Because I do want to max out Lilia, and I do even want to max out Hosk, because eventually I know I'm going to have, like, Nico maxed out, Garwood, Like, all of these heroes, I'm going to have maxed out because of the gold chests, right? So, I definitely do want them. Even if they just lose value, it's just to have them, I think. So now, we can come home. Let's start doing the leveling up on the potion again, and then let's start figuring out some lore, right, guys? Do you think it's better for low spends to spend on Forge of Light or the wheel? The wheel, 100% on the wheel. The Forge of Light is ruthless. Do you know what's funny? I just recorded a video on what I would do to improve the game. And I even talk about the Forge of Light and like the Riches the Forest events. They're basically the exact same event, just a bit worse on each other. And you, on average, have to spend like 70k gems to get what you want, which is just not worth it. But the end of season artifact compendium, for even 15k gems, you get one legendary. And if you hit a legendary within, say, 1 to 9, say you hit a legendary artifact on roll 1, roll 4 and 5, you are still guaranteed one on roll 10. It's just how the artifact compendium works at the moment. So you'd get 5 for the price of 15k gems. It is luck based. I'm not saying everyone's going to get that. On average, you might get 1 artifact or 2 in the first 15 if you're lucky. But you're going to get a load more artifacts and epics, and like I say, it's just better value for an artifact for that. But your wheel, and this is what a lot of people don't really realize, just think of it like this, right? You can't have a really good artifact without a really good hero, right? You know what I mean? So without a really good hero, how are you going to make that artifact worth it, you know? But yeah, we're going to do a low stream, kind of. So what I want, this is, as you guys are coming in, we're still, you know, only just started the stream 15 minutes ago. But what I want you guys to do, we're going to try and start writing up a timeline for the game. And I want to make a lore video, but obviously I need your guys' help. So I'm obviously going to be looking, as you guys know, if you look at my tales, obviously we can look at season 1. This is where we're going to start first. Obviously I'm going to write down these chapters. But this is the story of Tamaris, which is really cool. But the funny thing is like when you look at heroes, and we were just kind of looking at it, when you look at certain heroes like Freyja, her age or her year when she was born is 725, right? But then you look at like Indis, her age when she was born was the daughter of the Sage of Order, was in 525. But then, and this is where I really need to do a deep dive, is in Fear. Because Fear was created by Leosa, the god of light, and then she witnessed the fall of Dominus, the Sanctus Prime, which is just sounds so cool. So we need to learn what this event is, because then she is tasked in 722, tasked with helping unite the Heptarchy by the Oracle. And this is when she then arrives into Dawngrad, where everyone meets her with the Celestials in basically 1200. So like the Angels and the Celestials aren't even in the war at the start, because you got to think like heroes like Waldea, like, he's born in this area, and this is 1196. And before 1196, they didn't know about the Celestials. This was all mages. So, it's one of them things where what we're going to do is, I'm going to get it up now. Hold on, let me just like, it's going to look basic as hell for the moment, but I will be making a Word doc later. I need a new keyboard, by the way. My W key is legitimately wrecked right now. So, how you doing, Grotech, or aka Lucifer, since you changed said name? Alright, I just need to do a quick screen capture. It's going to look weird on on here, but I'll sort it out really quick. Law-tex. Sweet. You guys aren't going to be able to read it, probably, unless you know what. Right. You guys can see that, right? You can see that. So, this is going to be the timeline. We need to figure out, so this is the objectives. Let's do this. Objectives for today. Yeah? We need to figure out the timeline. Then, once we figure out the timeline, so that's like task 1. Right? Then, once we've done that, we can then add, so we can add the cool, like, law from Heroes. Right? And then 3, we can, like, basically clarify or / evaluate to make sure it makes sense. And then 4, make a video. Agree? So that's the objectives for today. That's what we're going to be doing. Yeah? So we need to figure out the timeline. That's our main goal right now. So let's do timeline. So we can technically put $?0. This is the creation. Oh, sugar. This is the creation of the universe, right? We can put basically some main dates in here and work from them, right? So, let's go into the heroes. So, like we saw, it's 1196 is when all the heroes basically banded together, right? So even if we go here, 1196, yeah? So it's like 1196 is basically when the 3 factions unified, right? Versus the Darklings, yeah? So that's what happens here. That's where all the main heroes go by. So at the moment, we're missing like any inner war. If my W key wants to work, this is what I'm saying. My W key's messed up, chat. Any inner war between the 3, and we're missing. More importantly, how, if this W key wants to work, they came, right? So let's start here, and then we'll be able to start putting in the times down, which makes sense, and then you go down, and we'll work it towards here. Then we'll have a nice timeline of events, right, for the law. I'll quickly answer chat. You have a video about the pets? Yeah, I have so many videos on pets. You can't buy infection from shop. Why? Because the infection is a talent-based skill. I've explained this on numerous videos. Talent-based skills you have to capture on the pet. Like, I've lost track how many times in a video. In every guide I've said this. Even in the masterclass video on wall pets, I've said this. So, talent skills are like the rage skill of the pet. You can't buy that skill. You have to capture it. But everything else is either capturable or buyable through either the shop or the Idrisil store at the end of the season. And maybe other means, maybe in the future, who knows. But, Right, I'm gonna more focus on the time, guys. I'm gonna try and answer some of your questions, but like I said, I wanna make this one more about you know things. So we need to find all the early heroes because Atheist must be one of the early heroes too, right? Because he's created here, but then you don't know anything until 722. He left White-Wing Peak alongside the Sanctus of War, and went to help Tia unite the Heptarch. So there's another hero there we don't know. So we've got basically... Let me look. So now we've got Fear, right? Because Fear went at 722. So you got 722, you got Fear, and then Atheist, oh, 722, yeah. So I'm gonna put that as a date. So at least 722 is a big date. This is when you have Atheist, Fear, and Tia all go to unite the Heptarch. Right? This is like, I'm guessing, a very important time in the thing. But, as I know, Indis is born in 525. So she's got quite a lot of stuff in here, right? So she's born in 525. So she is the sage. So let's get that's an earlier date, which is good to work with. So 525. Indis is born. She's the daughter of the Sage of Order, right? Oh god. Yeah? So she's the Sage of Order. Her father, Maisak, is corrupted by Yin. Grew into outstanding young druid and defeated Yin. Replaced her father as Sage of Order of the Druid Communion. Right? And then this is when Forendal is 986, so he's later on, right? So Indis is like, this is really big, right? So we need to find out this is like a really big time period again, right? Because then we need to put 551. This is all, you gotta think, all of these are all creating. And Garwood's born in 552. Oh boy, I love this. This is what I'm saying, chat. I need you guys to give me dates in chat. Help do this. We can do this together. Because this is important. Because her father, so in 551, her father, Mursak, I want to say he's pronounced, is corrupted by Yin. Who's another person, right? And then 903. So just before, so we'll put this as well because this is a big time. And this becomes, oh god, I can't type, sorry. It's too early. Becomes Sage of Order of the Druidic Communion. Right? So let's go to Garwood now, because we've got some good time, and now we know Garwood's born earlier. So he joins the Springwater Resistance forces in the Elven Civil War. So there's a civil war in 552. So 552, this is definitely the biggest year, right? Because this is, we can see already what's happening now. So in 552, civil war breaks out in the Spring Wardens, if my W key wants to work, Spring Wardens forces between Yen and it's the other. What's the other force, guys? What's the other force? I know, I can just do it myself. The other force in Roots of War, because that's what it's based off, right? So Roots of War, in the rules, you fight Yen and Lucia. So this is against Lucia, right? This is big because Garwood, if my W key wants to work, I might just switch keys. Hold on, it's actually tilting me. Right, so Garwood, there we go. My W key is working now. It's because if you look, and then if my camera will be able to see it, this is like my actual W key here. Let me look. Let me go on OBS. I can actually see live, man. Like, look. You see, like the cross there. The top corner one here is actually like cracked. So like this little bit here is cracked, so it doesn't sit on the key right. So it's not in theory pressing W down, and it's tilting. So I've just replaced it. My page up key is on the W key. We're living life. Right. But Garwood, as we were saying, which is more important now. I'll put my W key on there. Garwood joins Lucia in the fight against Yen. Right? So the thing is, which is weird, did I just miss something on there? When was he born? No one knows. Yo, this is so big. Bro, this is so big. So did he help? Basically, am I reading this right? Did Garwood basically in this year 700 with this timeline I've got here? Did he help Did he... The Elder Treant sent Garwood and to pick the queen? That's not Indus, right? Because Indus is the sage of the finger. So who's the Elven Queen? It's not Ganwyn, is it? It's not Gwanwyn. Freyga? No. Maybe we don't know. Gwan? No, she's 1021. Maybe we don't know them yet until I find the law book for it. Garwood's ancient, yeah. I might actually put Garwood here in the creation of the universe, because I actually think he is, you know. Right, it's not disclosed yet. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got a good timeline so far, right? We need to sort out the beginning. Let's sort out the beginning, because here's really good, right? We've got a really good grasp on what some stuff's going into before I even check out any of the books, right? Before I check out any of the actual tales, and we even go into, because the thing is, all of this I'm talking about now happens obviously before this. This is when the darkness actually happens, right? This is in 1096 or 1196, wherever it is. Because this is when we start to see everyone emerge. So we're finding out the story before all of this. This is what we're doing right now, which is really cool. So we need to work it out. So we have, at the moment, this info from Atheist. And we have a gap. Zaza, Woody, Veda, new heroes, they could be. Even Yin and Lucia could be new heroes. Because maybe Lucia is the queen and Yin's the prince, right? Because I'm sure that's how it's read. Because if you go into the Roots of War, I think it is. Guys, I think I'm going to fucking clock this shit. Rules. Look. After night, the Elven Queen awakened the power of the Pren Heinenfor, the ancient tree which stands mighty upon the banks of the holy Spring. Yeah. Training warriors that could turn back the darkness. She buys. In the year 700. Right, so. So this is now the 700 big year. Look. The High Lord Yin is corrupted, as we know, right? Corrupted by the pursuit of forbidden magic. Led his army in an almighty assault against the Queen's Wood, while the Queen lay in centuries-long slumber. So the Queen must be Lucia. It has to be. Because the both forces are named after their respective leaders. You've got Yin and you've got Lucia. So the queen has to be Lucia, right? So when... So, right. So when Garward proclaims the new queen in 699, he's proclaiming it to Lucia, right? So let's just clarify that, because this is why it's so good to actually look back into the lore, because the lore is so good in this game. Like it's so goddamn good. So yeah, look, 699, he goes to find their lost hope, and in 700 he returns to a quiet life in the Wither Heath, so where he goes back to slumber, following the reawakening of the Elven Queen, and the Elven Queen is Lucia. So, in the year 700, we don't know how, but the Elven Queen is reawakened. Oh no, my W key is still not working good. I just need a new keyboard, chat. I'm gonna get one, don't worry. The Elven Queen is reawakened, right? Starting or finishing the major war. Because that's what ends the war. Look, because when she is restored, the restoration of peace, right? And then it goes 400 years past, nothing's happening, and then it's the Darklings arrive. So 700, the war finishes because of the Queen. So this must be high. So this is High Lord Yin. And I'm guessing it must be High Lord. She must be a High Lord too. Because the way I'm reading the story is the two elves factions at Civil War. So Lucia and Yin both had High Lords, right? So this is how I'm reading it. So in the year like 525, Indis is probably born on the side of the on neither side. She's neutral because she's part of the Sage of Order, right? But her father is Mysark, gets corrupted by Yin, right? Meaning Yin speaks to Mysark to teach him the arts of this sage magic, right? Which then corrupts High Lord Yin, right? Yeah, which then corrupts High Lord Yin into the evil forces, right? While at that time, you have the other force, which is the High Lord Lucia that ruled her house. And Garwood joins Lucia against Yin. And throughout that fight, it lasts, as you can see, 100 years, 200 years nearly. But towards the end of the fight, Garwood is sent, and I think that is so important. I think I actually have to put that in. Because Garwood is sent to find something to reawaken the Queen. Right? And Garwood does. So Garwood in 699 gets... It has to be, look. So in 699, Garwood travels... We don't know where, I'm going to find out, but he travels somewhere and he does find whatever the last hope of victory was, and it probably is an artifact, right? And that artifact reawakens Lucia into the Elven Queen Lucia and restores peace between all the factions in the year 700, ending the Great Major War of the Spring Wardens. That's how I'm reading it and how I'm looking at it already. So I need to figure out what... It has to be in here. I'm going to look at some of these. Yes, Lucia became the queen and awakened the ancient tree in the battle against Yin, and Yin loses. That's why it's so talked about. And the Roots of War map is that fight. So in Roots of War, you're acting out as Lucia versus Yin over the hundreds of years of wars they go over, until Lucia eventually defeats them. That's how I'm thinking of it. Honestly. So I'm hoping... this guy's saying Yorath. Do you know what? Mention the characters. Oh, I'm gonna have to do like this. Yorath by Garwood. Yeah? Anytime we know stuff, we'll put it there, and then we can look and see how all their stories intertwine. Right? Look, he was a fine elf. So he's talking about an elf warrior named Yorath here. A true warrior. I spoke with him just yesterday once the battle was over. He was going home to see his newborn daughter, and he will now forever be no more than a name to her because he died in combat. How mad's this? And he knows all of these guys. It was many years ago, our expedition had found the Life Stone. The last hope. Oh my lord, that's what they found. Oh, it makes sense. So Garwood finds the Life Stone. That is what basically lets Lucia retrieve it in the Roots of War, winning the Roots of the war between the two, because she reawakens. Yes, like it's literally in our. Oh my god, how we missed this. So wait, where does he? What's the arena called? What's the arena called? Because the arena is my comrade Aileron. Oh my lord, this is massive. Aileron was there. Look. So it wasn't just him. Aileron travels to... But on our way home, we were attacked and left for dead. With our last strength, Aileron inscribed runes upon my bark, binding the life stone to me, saving me from death. That's what I'm talking about. Like, who's Aileron? Aileron. Like, and this is all in those years, guys. Look, this is in the early years. So Aileron was in this war. Oh my lord. As I felt the life force flow through me, I opened my eyes only to see Aileron's breath, his last. Oh my lord, he watched him die. This is like this event is massive. And you know the rest, no doubt. The queen awoke from her slumber, and I became the forest's eternal guardian because of it. At first, I had no feelings about the matter. Soldiers fight, soldiers fall. Mate, Garwood's the real boy. Just as the mayfly is born at dawn, it dies at dusk. Oh my lord. Yeah, he has the life stone inbuilt into him. No, it is. That stone on Garwood is the life stone. It's part of the life stone. And the blue elements inside is the energy of the life stone inscribed into him from the magic of his friend Aileron. And that's how Groot, or Garwood, became as strong as he is, as the Eternal Guardian. So before, Garwood wasn't even like this. I bet you Garwood, back in the early days... Oh wait, but then he met Kara. Who's Kara? Kara by Garwood. And Kara, oh, Aileron's beloved, so it was his partner. Yeah, I know, but this is what I'm saying. So Ironwood Treants don't have stone in their hands, right? Meaning all Treants are the same. Oh, I just noticed this knocked. Hold on. Right, I just noticed the cam. We're good, right? Yeah. So look, this is my theory. Wait, I'm gonna go back to it. That's so big. But look, right? The Treants, right, have basic stone as T4. Look, T1, T3, T4, right? So what I'm saying is, Garwood originally might have been like a tier 5 or tier 4 Ironbark Treant. And during the war, when he goes and travels with Aileron to where we're going to find out in a moment, Garwood then gets inscribed the runes and the essence that Aileron puts on him, because that's what he just says, and he becomes the Garwood we know of today. Right? Because that's what he's saying in this in this area, because in this area he's on the expedition by the Elder Trian, and then in his dialogue chats, when we go through here and we skip through where we were, look, it's many years ago, our expedition had found the Livestone, the last hope of the Spring Wardens. My comrade Alaron and I determined to keep it safe, but on our way home, we were attacked and left for dead. So someone went to attack them, right? So some of Yane's forces attacks Garwood and Alaron. But in the last-ditch effort to save the whole thing, Alaron, look, with his last strength, inscribes the rune of the Livestone upon the back of Garwood, and then binding the Livestone to him, which makes him so he doesn't die. And because he doesn't die, he then goes back to the whole Spring Wardens area, reawakening the Queen properly because of this, because of the slum, because he's there, he's the Livestone that's waiting to unlock like the keyhole for the Queen. And as soon as the Queen awakens and sees he is like, you know, the like the Queen knows he's got the Livestone, she declares him the Forest Eternal Guardian, and that's why he looks like he is today. No, the League of Order is not even human founded yet. That's what's even more crazier. Potentially, anyway. Well, I say that. No, I'm wrong. No, because the Order, look, this is the Sage of Order. This is not the League of Order. The League of Order is the human race, which is different, most likely, which we're gonna have to find. At the moment, we're only in the Elven thing. So, if I go down here, alright, the Elves were split up with the Lucia faction, right? Let's say the good guys, versus Yane faction, the bad guys, right? But you have the Sage of Order, which is neutral. Yeah? So the Sage of Order is basically all the sages, like Indis, like the Druids, right? That don't fight with like weaponry, like with what, you know, they're magic users, and the magic users stand on neutral ground. They're their own thing, right? That's what I'm reading, how I look at it. Because that's what you need to learn on, is like the Sage of Order and stuff. Because that's how the Elves faction is. Now this is pre 700. Yeah? So that's pre the year 700. This is the Elven factions. And then up here is the timeline of what we've got so far. So I need to come back into this one again. I just need to know what this battlefield's called, because that's what's missing in the story, and it's in the Roots of War story. So if we go into the Roots of War, hit again into rules. I want to know what the battlefield's called. Oh, it's Fithion, isn't it? It's Fithion. What am I on about? Yeah, so we're in Fifthyon. So in Scout travels to fifth. I'm trying to think of how to put it. So Gaud and Aileron both travels. Oh yeah. In the battlefield. This is the battlefield, right? So this is where it all is, right? And during that, travels to it's the life tree, innit? It's the life stone. Travels to the life stone central route of the fifth, because Fifthion's a tree, right? So if I come out of here, oh, I won't be able to see because it's season 1 map. Fuck. Wait, there must be a way. There must be a way. Scout map. Oh no, there must be a way to see the season 1 wonders. Really? Fuck. Hold on, I need to think. Where can I find this info out? Where can I find this info? I kind of do, but I need to find... I need to find Fifthyon, and I can't see Fifthion's... I can't see the season 1 map. Like, you see how I can do that on there? I wish I could do that on here. I wanted to be able to change the map to Tamaris. I might have to do this. Hold on. I need to think. Think. This one? I legit can't find out. Because I'm sure, for what I need anyway. Oh, no. I don't care. Oh, no. Get me out. I want to be on an SS. Wait, I've got an idea. Settings. Account. Who's in this one? I need to know who's in this one. 119. That's where I need to go. 119. So they're in season 1 plus, so all the maps are already defogged. Dab. So let's go. Confirm. Right. So when I zoom out. Yeah, buddy. So we need to look over in Sophronia. Explore. There, look. This is Fifthyon. This is where they were. This is basically all where they're fighting around here. So when you go in here, this is the Roots of War. You don't look it, but this is basically where the Roots of War area is. It's like, it's weird, but yeah. So this is where all of it fought. There's Queenswood, look. So this is Queenswood. And then you had the other forces probably on this side somewhere. Or on Sunset Peak. And they just fought in Fifthyon. So Gao travels to the life zone located in Fifthyon, where the Tree of Life is. Here they find the life stone. The live stone and get attacked by Yin forces. Garwood gets the live stone inscribed onto him by Aileron, creating the Garwood we know of today. Oh, is it? My bad. Hold on. You know what it is, guys? Because obviously, you know, I'm a... What do you call it? You know, a small YouTube channel at the moment. And I am trying to get bits and bats. If you could look, my microphone's here. And my camera's there. So my camera's actually just rested on top of the mic. Until I buy another armbar to attach to the table so the camera's on its own armbar, because then I can move this microphone closer, or I can move the microphone, because I think, for example, this might be really loud now, guys, but do I sound better if I'm speaking this close? Like, it might be really loud, I do apologize, and it means I can sort out the... You see what I'm saying? So if this was here and then that's there, it works. It's just at the moment I need another armbar so I can put my mic where I want it, which is like close by, and then the mic needs to be on an armbar here. So you can imagine I'm just making things work, right? So, but thanks for letting me know, because obviously I've just had to reposition it on the armbar again. So cheers, man. So yeah, so of today though, so that's it. That's like the big Elven War section almost. I wouldn't say done, but it's a really good start of it, because this is the early days. I don't know what happens in this section, which we're gonna have to figure out. We have to figure out what happens in the first 500 years. Because from here to here is crazy. Because this is when all this happens, and then... Oh, God. How... Yeah, you need to find out when Garwood's born, which is one of going to be the hardest things to find out. So let's go. I don't need to be here anymore. I'm back on the main account, because that's got all of us. Us is not there in story? What do you mean? No, in the story, it doesn't have. Does he have the same age as Fear? That's a good question. Let me look. I don't think he does. Or he might. Because it doesn't show born. So, you know what I mean? So, when's he... Oh, wait. How old is he? Race. No, I've only got four in. It doesn't show his age. Yeah, and I am right with what I'm saying. So originally he was just a treant warrior, and his mighty figure ensures that rallied for morale in the Elven resistance force, even in the face of a terrifying Chimera, which is cool. The Elven civil war dragged on for over a century, which we know, leaving great scars upon the land. once teemed with life. It also left its mark on Garwood, causing them to withdraw from the world, even though he longed to be part of it, which we know. Over the next 500 years, Tamaris would see great changes, but the endless turning of the wheel of life meant nothing to the Ironbark Treants, who carried on their lonely watch over Witherheath, right? Because after this is what I need to put in, right? So, I'll put 701. I know it's earlier. I think it's here though, but Garwood returns to the Witherheath. To protect the land, basically. Right? So he goes back into resting. Right? That's basically what he's doing. And that's why there's 500 years, almost, and then the Darklings arrive. So that all adds up. Right? Let me look. They'll only watch over Witherheath. The months and years past, leisurely as Garwood gave tender care to each blade of grass forest, but tested the wharf, creeks, waters, and mosses, and sheltered newly hatched beetles from the rain. Spring rains and winter's frost skies for landscapes, a life-giving earth. These are the treasures that... Yeah, we know kind of about that bit. Let me read this. Oh, okay, hold on. There are many theories as to what led to the awakening of Elven Queen as she slumbered within Pren Hynafall, the ancient tree. Some say that as the elves faced their moment of greatest peril, the ancient tree summoned all of its strength to rouse her up from her sleep. Others say the elves sought a mysterious stone imbued with energy of life itself and used it to heal the queen. Yet others say that this is a powerful force now hidden deep within the Witherheath. Perhaps only the butterflies of the forest will ever know the truth. Right. So they don't... Oh, so they don't know. But it's still right on the timeline and how I've written it. So I have to write that in here. So the Elven Queen... I keep putting 11. Elven, there we go. Elven Queen is reawakened, finishing a major war. She was awakened either by the tree of life, feeling the pain and peril of the Lucia and... Was it the Lucia land or was it the troops? Lucia? From the Lucia forces and land? Or from the Lifestone energy from Garwood. However, this is not known apart from... I'll put as a little thing as from the butterflies and creatures who witnessed. Right? So that's like perfect. Right? So I need to get hopefully this timeline better now, right? Because we've got the timeline of pretty much the Elven War all figured out, right? And we know what happens in it. Apart from this, I've not got trust level 8, so I don't know what happens yet. Maybe in trust level 8, it tells us. Oh! Has anyone got trust level 8? Send me a screenshot if you do. But, let me look. Let me read if there's anything in here that makes sense. Have you ever heard of the Breath of the Forest? See, that sounds interesting. Look. Have you ever heard of the Breath of the Forest? I've heard of it. It's a lyre Once played by the Elven Queen, a symbol of the power of nature. It is said that the Song of the Ancient Tree was composed by the Queen, based on a vision she had while slumbered deep inside of it. Now it's a folk song commonly sung by the bards of Mistglade. May tomorrow bring peace and relieve us of our strife. I'm afraid I can't even hum it. Skylarks are fine singers. Perhaps I could get some of them to sing it for you. Nothing too crazy there. I mean, look, have I told you of my homeland? Oh, rootless one. The Witherheath? Indeed. It's the homeland of all thingies. I have to guess he's as old as everything. I might have to go to the Witherheath and check out what the Witherheath story, when you look it out. Because let's see, I dedicated much of my time researching the conflagration in hopes that I might understand how the Witherheath came about. But it was only after Yane's rebellion was defeated that I understood. Some riddles must remain unresolved. The survivors of Witherheath, such as myself, are imbued with a particular life force. Our branches may be withered, yet we still dance and sing upon. So there's more versions of him. If you've got level 8 trust, can you send me the picture of it? Yeah, I'd love to read it. If you have ever a chance of light you, welcome to the Heath to witness the wisdom and the wonder of life. Guys, I think I have to go back on account 119. I think I need to check out Witherheath. I think it's like the missing puzzle of this whole story. Tien's got level 8 trust. Don't worry, guys. So, like, you can send it on my Discord. No. Send it in-game. So, remember, just search Lords, type in Mr. Sneaky, and send it to the YouTube Mr. Sneaky at 35 mil, basically. Send it direct, like, add me if you want as a friend, and then chat, and send me as a chat, and then everyone can read it on the stream as well, right? So, let's go and do this. We need to go to the Witherheath. So, explore Stonefifth of Witherheath. Located in the western Samaras, Witherheath was once a lush and verdant forest with a canopy of towering trees that blocked the sun. In an event, the treants called Conflagration, the fire fell from heavens, stripping some treants of their magical powers while leaving their bark hard as anthus. Right, this happens before. Wait, where should I send? Right, look, so in-game, send it in-game. So just go on settings, like now, hit other, hit search Lords, search Mr. Sneaky, and you'll find this account. All you have to do is hit view, and then you'll be able to hit chat, and then just like type a random message first, and then you'll be able to send me like an image, right? Just like a lot of other people have done. So wait, the Witherheath, I think, happens sometime here. Witherheath is born from conflagration. Give example of like me. What do you mean? Right, I reckon this Witherheath happens during this creation time, after the creation time. Because what I think happens, right, because I need to sort out, oh god, I need to sort out the story of the middle guys, of the beginning. Because this is going to sort out the story now of everything else. Because Witherheath, look, it is like a really big moment for the Witherheath. Look. This is where all the tree ants come from, right? The twilight falls, its punishment, a burning elegy, with the withered dead eliciting the divine sympathy, but through the silent stillness comes an old affinity. And what I reckon this little riddle means is basically, during one of the nights, basically the angels, like Fear, Atheist, and the other angels that we don't know of, basically had a war. And during that war, the fire flew from heavens and started burning the land. And because they burnt the land, it was a divine moment. And the other trees obviously see this as conflagration. That's how I'm looking at it. You know, I think this is like the cheeky little part of it. I'm trying to see if there's any more. I don't need to read Moonveil. Let me read Queenswood. No. Riverbank? Once from microstructure Riverbank, birth of the master poison maker. This is where Alowin came from. I haven't even checked out Alowin yet. I don't even know how. I will check the chat. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry. For most Bin Hall. So this is literally where Alowin is from, which is fine. And then now we're going into a different area, right? This is a different zone. So, right, let's go to my main account now. And I'll check. Alan's born in the 900s? Alright, cool, cool. So we don't have to check that out then. Because we only want to sort out this bit now. This bit here is the big bit. Because if we can make this bit, we have the story of how things became. And I'm not going to lie, I think I can make a really good video on that. There we go, yeah. Oh god, return. Right. So, the last story says, some travelers stumble upon the Wither scene, say they have seen Garwood's figure from a distance, describing him as a wise and silent guardian of the forest. Some of them have their own names for him as Old Oakheart or the Rune Tree. As the Elder Treant tells it, the expedition to retrieve the Livestone was fraught with great peril, and after coming close to death, a member of the group sacrificed his own life so Garwood might live, and as an act that imbued Garwood with the spirit of his dear departed friend. Even under his tough exterior, it is easy to sense the deep compassion that dwells within his eyes. Definitely. Definitely. So it doesn't give us anything in regards to the early bit, but it confirms everything we've found out. All of this story from 701 to literally 609 AA is 100% accurate, like on what happens with the elves, because the elves have a really internal crazy war, which is just nuts. Let's add you up as well, so we got you in. Heal. Right, so this is where things are going to get tricky, because we're going to have to look as much as we can about all the stuff to do with Fear and Atheist, and then what we're going to do is see what the timeline looks like, and then I'm going to see what to do after. So we're going to look through Fear first, because Fear was created by Leosa. Created by Leosa, God of Light. Right? So I'm going to put here as well as a separate one Fear and Atheist. At the moment, I'm going to look to see if we find other names, right? So we've got dialogues here. We've got chats. I'm going to read all of these big chats, because I think these are the ones that are going to have, as well as these dialogues, there's got to be some bits in here that's very important. There's got to be some names in here that explains this area. Otherwise, it's gonna be crazy otherwise. And we'll read. Do you know what? We'll read a story. Let's read a story. I'll get her trust up if she's. Do you know what? Is she in the village? Garwood is. Should we get Garwood up? Waldea is there. Eliana and Alistair. We don't care about any of the new kids. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about any of the new kids. How was movie night? It was really good. We watched, like I say, we watched Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. And then afterwards we watched Free Guy. And Free Guy was really good. I honestly loved Free Guy. It was such a good concept of a movie. One sec, chat. Right, okay. I'm gonna keep quickly hitting everyone here, hoping that Fear or Atheist comes through. Because I actually need to increase their stuff. How old is Hosk? That's a good question. Hosk has to be young. Do you know why? Because Hosk is the war leader and he lost to Kurata, right? If I remember right. Yeah, look. He's really... He's like... The oldest person that we know, I reckon, of is Kurata. And we don't have anything on them apart from their artifact. And knowing that Kurata became the chieftain of the Wilderberg clan. That's the only thing we know. So Kurata is older than Hosk by a landslide. So let's have a look. Yeah, most heroes are born. There's only a few that are like this. And this is the crazy one, because Avius is dropped here, and for 700 years is like, you know, so that's 1196. Avios is an Auspex, created by Leosa and blessed with divine insight. The moment he was formed from the Citra Sancta, he could see the feather of a bird far away beyond the White-Winged Seal, and then the dewdrop that had formed upon it. Right. Atheus was investigating unusual magic active near the Demon's Eye. They discovered a satyr who had come there to gather medical herbs to cure illness. Atheus had ordered to leave. In the struggle, he accidentally wounded the satyr. After, because he used his power to heal the satyr, he was banished. Having become one of the banished, Atheus was tasked with guarding the White-Winged Seal. He had been stripped of his powers of insight, but was already used to watching everything that went out beyond the seal. No one except Specials can access the seal. To human eyes, a White-Winged Peak is merely a steep of a precious cliff. Wow. Right. So I need to figure out... there's more in Fear. It's Fear, I think, we have to go down. Because she witnesses the fall of Dominus. Fear's creation, her eyes were filled with golden glow of the holy light. Leosa appointed her as the arbiter of his divine law, ordering her not to involve herself with mortal affairs, but merely to follow the flows of fate. So she's literally like the god of fate, or the angel of fate, almost. I need to know this story 3, I reckon, as well, for her. Let's look in the chats. That's her first meeting. Let's go through. I am Fear. Right. Greetings, more. Yeah, we know that. I am a Ludix. I sit in judgment of the world. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to go back and look at the Celestials lore. Like, imagine in one of the seasons, what happens is you fix all the Darklings and you propel the Darklings. But what happens is the angels and the demons or whatever that were fighting against each other in hell during the start of the universe reawaken, so that war restarts. Imagine that. So I sit judgment of the world. Is that it? I do not care for pleasantries. That will be all. Let me see what the other one says. Yeah, that's it. Right. Avis seems to have changed. Changed how? He has more dealings with mortals than other celestials. At times, he seems to almost care for them. You don't care for mortals as much as an astronomer cares for the stars. He observes them. He does not try to change their course. Yet Avius seeks to guide the stars by his own hands. Wouldn't you want to touch the stars? No. The stars, much like the ocean, lie within Divine's hands. I ensure their ebb and flow. I do not allow them to pull me under. Right. There's something you should be aware of. What is it? There's a fortification not far from here. Villagers have stolen of some much about wood from it. Okay. They used to strengthen the wall sticks of their own village. How many people took apart? 42. Youngest was 8 years old. If they just get the wood back, we got it even. I defer to your judgment. However, I suggest that their ringleader be punished. It be served as a warning to others. I'm trying to find to see if any of these chats basically have something in them for us. I can't see one right now. One of them, the patrolman, saw a thief in the crowd. He could have caught him, but he let him go. Why? The thief was his friend. It seems like he was upstanding innocent, but his family was met with misfortune and he turned to a life of crime. How was the patrol? So this is like Fia trying to rationalize her own morals without going over her mortal dilemma, right? Right. Let me see this. I once witnessed the construction of Forerunner's Abbey. Ooh, this could be big. Wow. Not the new one, but the original, built in the hinterland. Spurred by their faith, humans undertook this work as they go. Maybe we're looking at this wrong. Maybe we have to actually go to the humans to find out what the Celestials are. And once exiled from their homeland, they built a monument to their enduring faith. It was their return one day, which Abbey would to be the rightful one. Oh, there is 2 Abbeys, isn't there? Oh, hold on then. Oh. I think my brain just clicked on something. So the humans must have been around just as long as, not as long as, maybe just as long as the elves have been, but they've been doing their own thing. Because he's right. Explore. You got Forerunner's Monument, and then you've got, where is it? The old Forerunner's Abbey. This is the Forerunner's Abbey. Is this the one that's built in the hinterlands? Where's the hinterlands? That's going to be the good one. Let me go to investigate map, scout. I need to find the hinterlands. Flora, Laurel, Mount Foreigner's Abbey. It has to be in Ogoru. Shaman's Ground, Rift of Awakening. The elves done. Yeah, I think that we've got the elves pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I think the elf one was a lot easier than I thought it were going to be. I'm guessing this is the hinterland. This must be. This is the Foreigner's Monument. So this is the original monument that they built. And then they got exiled out of this zone. And that's when they built Foreigner's Abbey. This is the next one they built. And that's what Fear's talking about. So the humans have to be old as well. Yeah, exactly. Like before Civil War and stuff like that. You gotta imagine the humans didn't know about, you know, the elves, for example. They didn't know about the elves and stuff. They were kind of on this continent doing their own thing, right? So, Foreigner's Monument is the showcase of the League of Order, of the human race in Call of Dragons, where they first maybe got introduced to fear and all the different aspects as she's mentioning in the hinterlands. And in that chat, if we go back, she says they get exiled, and that's why you see this newer Forerunner's Abbey built here. No worries, you don't have to apologise for going to a raid. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me go back in then. I think we know what we're talking about then. So I'm going to put it in here in a question mark. This is going to be thingy. So the humans built the Forerunners. Oh, I could have just clicked. I could have just clicked and found that out. Right, but let's go and actually look. Who's probably the oldest human then? 1170, 1149. I'm trying to think who would have the answer. Yeah, I know the humans lost to the orcs because of the strength. That's why they relied on magic. Right. I need to think this out. Hold on. This is to worship the angels. / divine god. Right. I think all of that has to be in the book. It has to be in here. Because I need to find stuff anecdotal wise which is gonna... Look, this is the Elven Queen. Yeah, it says it here, look, I was right. The Elven Queen Lucia. I am right. Even when I was guessing it, I'm right. Or working it out. So she must have been a High Lord before. I'll just put Queen. It makes more sense because she were. She was a queen and she was in slumber. Right, hold on then. Goblin workers, shamans, the trade guild, chieftain, warhorns, the banished. We might need this. Such as who debate the oracle, regardless of rank, are banished. The banished who lose their ability to summon holy light are judged by Ludices, sancti of law. Banished who represent that atone for their crimes may be reinstated as emissaries coming under the command of the Sanctus of War. Once their atonement is complete, their connection with the Centauri Sancta is restored, and they are once able to summon a holy light again. So this has to be in here as well, right? So you've got, I think before the angels, you have this event. I think you have Leosa create the Citarai. No, it. I can't. Citaria? I can't even pronounce that. Sancta, anyway. Which holds all the holds all the sanctums of war, wisdom, and laws to obey. Right? Because that's what these, I think that's what these are. Hold on. That's what these are. Them. Even though they're dwarven built looking, I think that's what these are supposed to be. Like the dwarves made, like you see this sanctuary here. This is the sanctum here that Leosa made. And then the dwarves built this superior ancestor statue to like represent. Like, and you gotta think, it's common in anywhere when you think something's divine, we built the pyramid on it, or we build a church on it, we build something of religious value on it. So it makes sense if the dwarves find this zone by Leosa, this sanctum, and creates it, right? And this might be one of the zones that they're talking about in that tale, right? I'm going to double... I want to keep going through the stuff we've got on here, and I want to go back onto the other map again. So, anecdotes. Let's go back to where we were. Then you got the Sancti. So the Sancti are celestials created directly by Leosa. Yeah. Divided into Greater Sancti and the Lesser Sancti. So I'm wrong on this bit. Which creates the Greater or Lesser Sancti, which is the true name of the Celestials. There. So that's the birth of the Celestials, right? So then you have the 5 houses, right? The Greater Sancti may directly interpret with the will of the Oracle. There are 5 types of Lesser Sancti classified by their characteristics. Insight, which is the Auspice, which is what Atheist is. Law, which is Ludices, which is who Fear is. Healing, which we don't know, which is Solatos. Knowledge, which is Maggie, and we don't know who that is, and Strength, that's Venators. So we don't know who that one is either. So there's 3 major angels of the Sancti that we don't know. Oh, boys, yeah. That's it. We've got it. We got it. So greater angel. Ludices was, oh god, was the angel, yeah, of law, aka fear. What was created? Atheus, another one, right? Oh no, this is lesser. I'm a yeah, no. A great angel, Ludices. Also a lesser Sancti. She's the greater angel though. No, wait. Am I reading that wrong? Hold on. I need to go back to fear. I think I'm mixing it up. She's the unchanging law. No, I am right. So she is the greater angel. She is a greater angel. She is literally law. She's the angel of law. Like, imagine you've got, you know, is it Amenadiel? Amenadiel is the god of like justice and law in Christianity. That's what she is. Right? So, Codex, Anecdotes, Sancti. There's the Sanctus of War, the Sanctus of Wisdom, and the Sanctus of Prime. And then there's she's a greater angel of law. Atheus was insight. Well, he was a greater angel of insight, but later became a lesser sancti or lesser angel because of the banishment he went under, right? So here we've got to put that in. So also the greater angel auspices, the angel of insight, aka Atheus, was also created alongside 3 other angels we do not know, which is Solitos, which is angel of healing or life, or maybe we do angel of healing. Angel of healing. Maggie, which is the angel of knowledge, and Venator, angel of strength. So that's a lot in there. Hold on. There we go. That looks a bit better. Let's just put some spaces so we can keep it nicely together. Because that bit needs to stay together here. That's a separate area. So that story is all good. So now we get making progress. So we know then, after this happens, I'm guessing this is what happens. Emissaries are the souls chosen by Diana, Sanctus of War. Right, Wait. Alongside great angels. Oh, I missed something else here as well. So you've got the greater angels were created. Greater angels was created. But before these guys, we had the sanctums, the actual sanctus, the gods. 3 gods or sanctus was created. War, wisdom, and what was the other one? It's in this, isn't it? War, wisdom, and the prime. And the prime. So that's like the 3 gods. Yeah? You got like the god of war and the god of wisdom and the one like in between. And then once those 3 guys were made, they basically helped create these greater angels, which were like part of them. Right? That's why that says here. They were given new physical female forms by the Citauri Sancta to become celestials. After knights of many stars, legions of emissaries were dispatched. Right, yeah. So after all of this happened, then what then happens is in this time still we have in this time still we get Diana. Diana, Sanctum of War. Right. So Diana creates the Celestials by chosen emissaries and were so Diana creates the Celestials by choosing emissaries or choosing emissaries and taking them to the Citaria Sancta to turn them into females and celestials. Boom. So that's the birth of the literal angel race there. And then something happens because there's a war. I reckon there's a war that happens, and that's why Witherheath is burnt from the conflagration of the war in heaven between whoever, maybe between the 2 sanctums, right? So here you got priests. Let me see if there's anything in here that I need to read. I don't look it. $722. Ooh. Big day. Ooh, actually, I'm glad I found that. 722 is a big day, look. So in 722, every high priest has been a member of the House Remus. But since the appointment of the first high priest in 722, the high priest has been required to renounce their inheritance. This has led to the divergence in the bloodlines of the church Remuses and the nobles. So is this what? So if I'm reading this right, in 722, this is where the church and the noblemen basically finish separating themselves, right? Is that what I'm reading there? Am I wrong? I'll keep reading it. It might be a big day. That's why I've got it there. After receiving approval from images. That's in the royal court, so we've got to find that later. Halflings in year 1177. Yeah, 1177. Knights. Nobles. The king. War dancers. Nothing in there, nothing in there. Yane's Remnants. Ooh, this might be it. And he has 700. Yeah, so we got that. Yes, I'm right. So he loses, in the year 700, Yane loses that fight against the Queen's forces. So is it? So wait, it looks like the Darklings is all the remnants of Yane's power from this defeat, right? And this is after the Night of the Burning Stars. Right. The Watchers. I don't care about the Veil Society yet. It has no dates there. Ooh, 680. Ooh. Ooh, that's a new date. Big date. Because that's as well when Garwood beat it. So in 680... Yane invades the Holy Spring. Fifth none with a Chimera, but loses to the Queen's Guard and Garwood, because Garwood was there. That's why he's got it. The managed to goad the creature to throw itself into the wellspring waters, destroying itself. Weaker, the Queen's Guard were locked into a perpetual and bloody stalemate with Yane's forces, and that's what happens, right? Where for the next 20 years, again, there's like a stalemate where no one can win. The Institute of Explosives, we don't care about this yet. Goblin Market. And I want more early stuff again. This is all the clans. If I see a date, I'll be like, okay, but that's 1160. 850. House Lagar. We don't know when House Skull was made or Sorland here. Remus was in 722, but Remus was against one of them, right? Riven, there we go. So the original House factions was in 722. In year 720, House Riven became an ally of House Iden. Fight alongside him in the War of the Heptarchy. So this is very big. Definitely need to put this. Humans were around here. All go to unite. House Riven and Aiden. Let me read this then. To accept the secure of the Kingdom Yarden in 791 during the Humankind West. Then the Prime Minister, Elzen Riven, usurped the throne on what came to be known as the Night of the Storms. House Riven ruled the kingdom for over 300 years. After the trial of the court, their freedom of fiefdom was seized, and their remaining descendants live under close watch in Dawngrad. So these guys became allied. They fought alongside them in the war. I need to know what that is. This war of Heptarchy is massive. This is a massive moment again in the lore of this game. After Tia was chosen by Leosa White Wing, Route 7 support Celestials, he quickly 7 Kingdoms. Oh! Heptarchy was the kingdoms. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it can't be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. So House Aiden sides basically with Riven to unify basically the whole, you know, kingdom into the kingdom of Yargan. But then that's when in 722 Riven backstabs Aiden, House Aiden, to get control of the whole area. But then later down the line, maybe like 20 years later, they come back. Like, House Aiden comes back, and King Victor and his son Cyrus both come and take control. Right? Okay, that's so interesting. That's like later. I want earlier stuff. College of Tyr? What was that? Halfling, the Reavers. This is what I needed. I'm sure I've heard this name somewhere. This is the 722 guy, right? Yeah. Located under Gongrad, the College of Tyr is the most famous institute of learning in the human kingdom. Okay, following the Twilight Revolution, with the aid of House Lega, the college became offering financial support. The college current master is of humble birth, and it's close with the royal court. So I'm guessing TR is a mage from the college, which is cool. Orphanage, Abbeys, Yargund Mage Society, the Church of the Light, Garrison Corps, Chivalric Orders, the Militia, the Royal Court, the King of Yargund, Cyclopses, Centaurs, Satyrs, Goblins. I'm just seeing if any of them have dates in their text, because I'm really fast at looking for numbers. But we don't see a date. Right. Artifacts. There might be. It's got to be something. There's got to be something in here. This is the Visage of Sanctus. Who owns the Visage of Sanctus? Because if you do, I'd really appreciate right now if you could send me a screenshot of the Artifact Codex page so I can see the lore of this artifact if you have it. So I'm looking in case there's a, you know, something inside one of them. According to this, the young king of Yargand, so maybe Cyrus, he used magical arrows entrusted him by the royal court mage to escape. So this is whoever was the king. This is Greyfus. Don't know who Graphus is. Tear of Arbon. What about this? No. No. There's no really angelic things here, right? Just see if... Let's go down here. This is Belleron stuff, right? Oh, one sec. My cat wants to come in. Wow! Wow! Don't worry, cat. We're almost done today. A report from the Birding Lands. Syndron's father. I don't think I can find anything more on it. My name is Tier. I'm a dragon, don't believe me? That was the name etched on my shell of my egg when I hatched. I'm quite lonely. I've never found someone else like me. I met an alligator once, but he couldn't fly and he tried to bite me. One day it was lying on the ground, couldn't hear the heartbeat of earth. It told me to head east. That's where I found the Martha's perch on which I could rest. I'm tired now. I think I'll close my eyes. By the way, I quite like to eat lamb. There's a dragon? Obviously, but like... It's the year 808. Yo, this is crazy. Yeah, no, Tier. He's like a dragon. Don't know who, but it's a dragon that can talk. And communicate. This is sad. This is like during war times or something, and someone's ran away, and they're trying to make sure they survive. Wait, the history of dragons? A lot of this stuff's like more what's happening now. Interesting. Alright, let's just have a look what we've got. Let's have a look at what we've got, and then we'll have a gander. So, we've got the timeline. So, at some point, there's the Big Bang, and then there's the creation of the universe. It was created by Lyosa, the god of light. And then Lyosa creates the Citaris Sancta, which creates the Greater or Lesser Sancti, which is the true name of the actual celestial beings. Then, from here, he creates 3 gods, or 3 Sanctus, was created, which is the Sanctus of War, Wisdom, and the Prime One. We already found out Diana was the Sanctum of War. In this, again, time afterwards, the greater angels were created. So the greater angels, like Ludices, which is the angel of law, which is a lesser sancti, because the greater sancti are only these 3, while everyone else's class is a lesser sancti. This is fear. So this is when fear was created alongside your Atheus, and Atheus were created as the angel of insight. So fear is to keep control of balance. She's to make things, keep everything law and order. While Atheus is technically the angel of the future. He can see what's gonna happen almost. He has insight. But we don't know what the other 3 angels are. So we know though one of the angels is the angel of healing, and nicknamed Solitos. Then there's the angel of knowledge, which is Magi. And then there's also Venatos, which is the angel of strength. So there's 3 angels that we don't know from there. What I have put so far, and this is what I am assuming, maybe in the year 100, maybe that's what I'm actually coming up to the conclusion of. But in the year 100, and from 0 to 100, Tamaris was growing. So the continents, plants, animals, life, yeah, was being created. And then in the year 100, or say the year 99, right? Then it looks like in the year 100 or so, what happens is there's a war. There must be some sort of war that happens in the angel space, in the heavens up above, because from nowhere, the treants say that the Witherheath goes through conflagration, where fire from the sky just starts burning the Winterheath. But by doing this, the Winterheath burned and became hardened, which actually made the treants stronger for infantry based units, right? During this time, again, I don't know when the humans came. That's why this is a question mark for now. But during this time, the humans saw all of this, and that's why they built the Forerunners Monument, which you see in the hinterlands of a center zone of the map. But they didn't realize how dangerous that area was, and then they thought the angel or god exiles them away into where you guys know it as is Kaltia. And then in Kaltia they build the new Forerunners Abbey. And you can imagine being in Kaltia and the Spring Wardens being all the way in next door in Sophrostia later down the line. That's how the Civil War starts. Yeah. Yeah, the Witherheath gets burned. That's what we was going through for ages. The Witherheath gets burned from somewhere, and all the treants remember this event as conflagration. And the tree itself originally was a healthy tree like this. But after the fire went on it, it burned it and actually turned the bark into that hardened bark that everyone knows of today. And that's where all of the tree ants are born. All the tree ants are born in Winterheath. Then what happens then, basically, obviously, like I said, the humans get exiled, but this is where my little gap is at the moment, what I'm trying to figure out. But I reckon here, so insert date, the War of Heavens is over. So that's what I reckon happens. And then, because the War of Heavens is over, all the lands start to grow properly. And everything starts growing, right? And then it hits the year, like, 525. And this is when stuff starts to kick in. Or should we say it's the year 5... It's like the year 5 or 400. Let's just say humans, orcs, and elves all coexist. But they don't know each other. Right? They just don't know each other exist. So then what happens is we get introduced to the Elven War. So then in the year 525, Indis is born. She's the daughter of the Sage of Order, which is amazing. But the Sage of Order, Misrak, gets corrupted by Yane. And Yane's the High Lord of the faction, obviously of the Yane faction. And he wanted magical powers from the Sage, basically to cheat death. Or to become more powerful than he's supposed to be. Right? So then in 552, Civil War breaks. Because it's a year straight away. The Lucia forces hear what happens, and the Queen Lucia, or well, the Lucia faction and Yane faction go into war, right? So during this time, I'm guessing, do you know what? I even want to say back here. I reckon back here in the 200s, Queen Lucia falls asleep. Falls into a deep coma. That's what I reckon happens. I reckon the elves, something happens with the elves early days. And because of it, the Queen Lucia was already fighting the Yane forces. Something happens that she falls asleep, right? She's asleep, she's in a dark coma, deep coma. And this is why all of this civil war and why Yane starts to plot against the throne. So then Yane tries to plot against the throne and obviously causes this massive war that lasts nearly 200 years. But he loses because in the year 699, during the wartime, Garwood and a mage that we know of, Alaron, travels to Fithrion, which is the world tree, where the Tree of Life is, and they find the Life Stone, and they try to bring it back to the Queen, thinking this is the relic that awakens the Queen. But they get attacked by the Yane forces. Garwood then gets the Life Stone inscribed into him, becoming the Garwood we know as of today, instead of being just a basic T4 Treant unit, right? And then when they return, for some reason, the Queen is reawakened. And we don't know if it's the tree that reawakens her or the energy that Garwood has inside him from the Life Stone. And this is the one biggest, you know, like, area that no one understands or has confirmation on, right? So then the Queen reawakens in 700 and she literally stops the war because she just calls for peace and no one wants to defy the Queen anymore. So Yane loses. So Yane's gone now during this time, you know? So then, after this area, this is where we get to. So then Garwood returns to the Winter Heath, where the tree ants are, to protect the land, as always. And then we're in, like, the modern day stuff. So this is where you can start seeing the houses appear. So, you know, around this area, I'm guessing in the when we go here, 700 is the year of noble houses are made. And this is where all the houses are made for the humans. Because before this, there weren't no houses. You know? I know what I know what I'm gonna do though. So this is H for human. All this I know by heart. This is now E. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is elves, human, H for hentai. Don't know what you're talking about, mate. This is C. Celestials. Because then this covers other stuff, right? I'll put T for treants. I'm not offended. I'm laughing anyway. So yeah. I'm going to do more on this. I think we're going to do more on another stream. I just wanted to do... So, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. I wanted to do it, get you guys into this type of mood, because I wanted to try and not make content, but I am going to make content on the lore. But on the live stream, we can work together to get it done. So when I actually make the video, you can see how I do it from this, you know? So I hope you guys enjoy it. I am going to think, it sounds crazy, but I am thinking of closing the stream now. The reason why is at 3:30 in the morning. So from 15 hours from now, I'm going to be live streaming again. And it's because Zone 4 opens up, right? So what I'm going to do basically is just make a couple of videos right now. I've got a sponsored video to make for today. So I'm going to make that. And then afterwards, obviously, upload it, catch some Zeds again later down the line. But I'm going to be awake around 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning streaming this zone fight. And this is for the Frost Dragon area, right? So everyone's going to be wanting to watch this. I'll post a community post so you guys know that. But, you know, I was up this morning. I did some content and it was in the mood to live stream. So I just live streamed, you know. And I thought, for one, where it wasn't, you know, to do with, you know, events, it wasn't PvP. This is something anyone can re-watch and probably really enjoy this live stream on the premise of, you know, how it's been a lore-based stream. It's not been anything on that regard, you know, account-wise, you know. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I am obviously got to do stuff later on. Like, finish off my CP, do some events and that, but we can do that later. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. We have a new video out already, which was like 365 days on my account. Again, kind of like what would it look like if you have 365 days. But I hope you've liked it. I'm going to copy and paste all of this here into a Google Docs document. And then I can start sorting it out easier. Yeah? I'll probably make it so like maybe the humans are in blue text and then red, green, you know, and then I might just keep the Celestials as black. And then we can do that. But it might be one of them cool things where I've got this here and I can tell the story, but maybe on stream I go on Photopea and we try and make like an actual tree. You know, like a tree, like a family tree. And put the date here, and then the start, and boom, 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 boom. And we can, like, hopefully include it into the story. That's what I want to do. So, I'm glad you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for hitting the like. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button if you're new. let's check out the channel. Because, guys, we were so close. We're free. Free else, man. Free subs from 4,000. So, if you've got friends in your alliance or server that aren't subscribed, go tell them to subscribe and get Mr. Sneaky over 4K. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. But thank you for all the guys in chat that's been talking. Thank you for all of you guys as well helping get this. You know, like Groot telling me to go to Groot, telling me to go to different things. It's been a blast. I'll probably do this more often if you guys have been enjoying it. We'll try and do this in streams. Maybe, you know, PvP stream, do that, and then once all the PvP's over, we can go into a lore stream to keep everyone entertained now. So, thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys hopefully in 15 hours when we do the big PvP zone and massive war of Zone 4. So, I hope you guys enjoy it.